My intent is to not present information in absolute truth, but to kind of present this information as a tool into viewing information we were taught to as young to look at it differently. Things like the letters and numbers, the alphabets, all these things have deeper meanings, deeper understandings. That if you don't revisit them at some point in your life, you'd be totally lost on what they really were intended for. The letter A is used to describe the start of something. As in all continents on this earth, minus one, start with that letter A, correct? America, Antarctica, Asia, Africa, right? Except for Europe, that one. Which is, in my opinion, not an actual continent, but that's neither here nor there. But that information right there in terms of the continent starting with the letter A speak to so many things, because it says that, yes, they recognize that letter A is used to describe the start of something as it starts the alphabet. But it also speaks to the fact that whoever was naming these continents had to have been in the same accord in terms of their information. Otherwise, they will all be named something else, something different. My intention is to bring light into this shape, this glyph, the letter A, and its connection to the atom, the concept of that starting point, that fire, right? That nucleus, the fire, the spark, that starting point which starts all things. All right, y'all, let's break it down. It's the letter A decoded. As we stated earlier, we're going to make the connection between this letter and the atom, which is that building component of all things, all living matter. All right. When you write the letter A, right, as most people do, as I do, you know what I'm saying, we start with that dot, right? We all start with that dot when we write the letter A. It's the first thing you do when you write it. Boom, right on the paper, right? That dot, let's say, for argument's sake, is the nucleus, right? Why would it be the nucleus? It's the first thing you do when you start with writing the letter A, drawing the letter A, expressing it down on paper, right? What's the next thing you do when you write the letter A? You draw the line on the side of it, right? As most people do. That line on the side of it, for argument's sake, let's say is the proton, right? The proton shooting out of the nucleus in which you first started to draw when you wrote out the letter A, right? So we have the nucleus, beginning dot, the proton shooting out of that nucleus, creating this trajectory, this line right here. What's the next thing you do in completing drawing out that letter A? You draw another line opposite from that proton, right? Right? And what would that line represent? That line will represent the neutron. So you got the nucleus, proton, neutron. Neutron being opposite from the proton, shooting from the same nucleus. The balancing that. You got the left and the right. Proton, neutron. What's missing? That binding magnetic force that's bringing in the neutron, the proton and the neutron together. Making sure they stay in a binary connection. Don't you do this when you write the letter A? And what would that be? That would be the electron. So you got the neutron, pardon the spelling, proton, and nucleus. I don't know if I spell it right, but you get the gist of it. Right? There it is. This is what you do when you write the letter A. Keep in mind, when we write things, we are taking we're doing a symbolic gestures on the actual purpose and usefulness of that in which we write. We actually follow doing a ritual. What is a ritual? Things that we do in order to remember certain principles, certain universal principles and laws, universal science. So when you write that letter A, right, you start with the nucleus, proton, neutron, electron. Shooting out. These lines are shooting out. And this is the connecting point right here. The science of all things, the science of all matter. And do hope you can use this in your own understanding and building your own awareness of things around you. This is Brother David for I.N.F.O Den. Hope you appreciate this video. Hope you like this video. Peace.
Peace to all y'all. This is Brother David with an announcement. I.N.F.O Den, information necessary for overstanding, is presenting an event this December 12th, 7 p.m. at Mothers on the Move, 928 Intervale Avenue. This is going to be an open forum for knowledge sharing for scholars and students. History of science and religion are all welcome. It's going to be open mic style, so if you got that knowledge, come show and prove, man. We want to hear what you got. I.N.F.O Den. The first issue, the educational publication, just released. This is free for the people. If you see me out there in the streets with it, you can ask me for one and I'll give it to you straight up and down, man. We putting this pamphlet together to provide information to the people about their ancestors, about their history, cultural information necessary for overstanding. You already know. It's out in the streets. Look out for it.